Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to Knowledge Podcast, the podcast where we unpack how the world's biggest company conquered the international market. My name is ASHRAF and I will be your host for this episode. And with me today are four amazing guests, which are AINA, as you can see, AZMAN, HANIS, and AISYAH. How's everyone doing today?
Yes, Ashraf, feeling great and excited to be in your podcast. I'm ready to talk about two tech giants.
Same here, I've got my notes and coffee. I think this episode is going to be fun.
I'm all set. I've always been Team Samsung, so fair warning everyone.
Okay. Okay, I'm clearing Team Apple. Let's go.
Before we start with our podcast, like usual, me and my viewers need to get to know each other first. So, how about you guys explain yourself and introduce yourself for our viewer and me?
Well, Assalamualaikum. I'm AINA NARIESHA binti AZMAN as Samsung Market Strategist.
Okay, hi, I'm AZMAN, your Apple organizational analysis. I'll be exploring how Apple structures and manage its international operations and leadership.
Hi, I'm HANIS and I am the Samsung Tech Enthusiast.
Okay, like our topic, navigate strategy and cultural challenge in global business. Samsung versus Apple. Actually, I really love the energy already. And today's episode, we will explore Samsung and Apple's, analyze how both companies handle international strategy, organizational structure, leadership, and globalizations. Let me give you a trivia. Globalizations, the base word is locals. Is actually from words globals and locals, and it combines and becomes locals. So let's dive right into the first section, strategy management for international business. Okay, AINA, let's start with you. What's Samsung's approach to global strategy?
Right, thank you, Ashraf. So, Samsung global strategy is all about innovation and staying competitive. They don't just focus on big developed markets, they also go after emerging ones. What's interesting is how they balance things. Samsung keeps that strong global image but still adapts locally. For example, they might tweak their marketing or even product design to match what people in that country like, but they still keep that Samsung premium feel. So basically, they stay global and local at the same time.
Right, Aina, and their vertical integration is key. Samsung produces most of its components in-house, like chips and displays, that helps them maintain cost and consistent quality, especially across their massive supply chain.
I see the innovations and global competitiveness, the hybrid strategy from Samsung, and vertical integrations. Actually, that's really smart from you guys, AINA and HANIS. Thank you. It's efficiency and reliability. What about Apple, Atira?
Oh, Apple takes a slightly different approach, such as standardization strategy. So their focus is on product quality, innovation, and a seamless ecosystem. But they also localize things like pricing and marketing. For example, in Asian markets, they often collaborate with telecom companies to adjust the promotions.
Honestly, the biggest trend is so people don't just buy Apple at phone and buy a whole lifestyle. For Apple people, premium don't when that because ingredients are consistent everywhere, and that's what makes people love that brand so much. It's stylish.
Yeah, a very expensive lifestyle.
Even though Aisha maybe have a bit problems there, but it's okay. Artists Aisha and Atira want to point out the Apple's company the approach, which is standardization strategy on product quality, innovation, and seamless ecosystem. That's said by Atira, and then Aisha said like Apple's biggest strength is brand loyalty. Because people don't just buy an iPhone, but they buy a whole lifestyle, like Aisha said. It's really stylish. I also the consumer from Apple's. But good point from Hanis, because of both company have clear strategies, but doing in different ways. I want to ask someone. I want to open mic. What's the takeaway here?
So both company are really clear about what they stand for. For Samsung, it's all about innovation and being everywhere. For Apple, it's about that seamless premium experience. Their clarity makes a huge difference. Everyone in the company knows the direction and works towards the same goal.
I see. So let's move to next section, which is organizations in international business. Now, moving on to how these companies, Apple and Samsung, are organized internationals. We call HANIS. Can you tell us about Samsung?
So
in this context?
Samsung structure is hybrid. Centralized control from Seoul with centralized control from Seoul but with regional flexibility. It's divided into major product lines like consumer electronics, IT and mobile communication, and lastly is device solutions. So while HQ makes big strategic calls, local divisions can tweak marketing and product offering to suit local markets.
That's not pro, but how does
So, Apple on the other hand is centralized. Its functional structure means most decisions come from the top in Cupertino. So they use what's called spoke and wheel hierarchy, where the senior vice presidents oversee specific departments like hardware or marketing.
Yes, that's true, Atira, and that's why Apple product feel the same no matter where you go. Everything is coordinated so smoothly. It's like no matter which Apple store you walk into, it always feels similar and consistent.
That's good. I really love the interaction from you guys. And exactly, but I want to know what are the pros and cons of this system actually.
For Samsung, for us, flexibility is great, but sometimes the massive size slows down the decision making.
but for every of very centralized it comes from the US, across all for but the site that not always adapt where people prefer more affordable options. So it's for brand control, but sometimes that's
I see. There's a contrast there for two tech giants. For Samsung, its flexibility is great, but I know, but the Samsung's like slow down in decision making. but the Apple's very centralized because their most of the decision come from their main office in US. So I see actually both structure shows that success depends on aligning global vision with operational control. Before we move to next sections, I would like to thank my sponsor for our podcast, Clips.
Yay.
Thank you. This make me energetic, and it's very sugar free. There's a lot of things. You guys need to buy this. So I would like to again I would like to say thank you for Eclipse to sponsor us. Okay, let's move on to next sections, which is leadership and employee motivations. Leadership and employee motivation. Okay, let's talk about leaderships. Aisyah, how does Samsung lead its team globally?
Because important company that for year growth, but Samsung also ideas and flexibility, so employees can and feel motivated. I think that there are interesting and interesting.
But I would like to add something. And culturally, Samsung does something interesting. They blend Korean management norms with local practices, offering cross-cultural coaching to maintain motivation and reduce role confusion among international teams.
That's a very balanced approach actually from Samsung. They blend Korean management norm with local practice. They mix leadership style, mix discipline and innovations. How about Apple? Athira, can you defend for Apple, please?
Okay, so actually, for your guys' information, Apple is all about the transformational leadership. Leaders such as Tim Cook inspire through vision and empowerment. So by that, the employees are encouraged to innovate and take ownership, which is it may increase motivation and autonomy.
And what I like about Apple's leadership is how they manage global teams. Apple makes sure everyone knows their role clearly, so even when people are working from different countries and different time zones, things still run smoothly, and that keeps everyone connected and on the same page.
So basically, Samsung says follow the system and Apple says be the system.
That's actually the best summary I have heard. Both models motivate employee, but through different cultural lens. Structure versus inspirations, I think. So let's move to our last topic. Again, I would like to mention. This is Knowledge Podcast, and the topic is navigate strategy and cultural challenge in global business from two tech giant, which is Samsung versus Apple's. So, globalization and diversity strategies. Hanis, how about you say about this? Give me your opinion.
Sure, in my opinion, globalization means think global, act local. Samsung does this well by adapting its marketing, product design, and even CSR activities to fit regional cultures while maintaining a global brand image.
Right. For example, they adjust like Australian moving what
Meanwhile, Apple focus is on global consistency, but with a local touch in its retail and marketing approach. So their stores around the world have the same sleek design, but the advertisements often use local celebrities and language.
And I think both companies really value diversity too. Like Apple, they focus on a lot on inclusion and giving everyone equal opportunities, while Samsung, they puts effort into cross-cultural training so teams from different backgrounds can work well together. It's great to see how both companies take global teamwork seriously.
So both embrace globalization differently. They have their own way, they have their own path. Samsung localized product, Apple localized experience. That's what I heard. Both paths lead to the same goals, which is global connection with local relevance. So, before we wrap up our episode for the Knowledge Podcast, let's have a quick reflections from everyone. What's one key lesson we can learn from Samsung and Apple? Let's start with AINA first. Okay?
So for me, Ashraf, the biggest takeaway is strategic clarity. You have to really know who you are as a company and what makes you unique, and stay true to that no matter where in the world you go. That's what keeps Samsung and Apple strong globally.
So I would say that the structure is matters, whether centralized or hybrid, it must fit your goals and the culture.
For me, it's leadership. Blending structure with innovation is how you keep people motivated worldwide.
For me, success in global business is not about everywhere, about when companies understand local culture but global.
Beautifully said. Both Samsung and Apple shows that international success is not just about product, but it's about strategy, structure and people and leadership. Thanks to my amazing guests, AINA, AZMAN, HANIS and AISYAH. And to our listener for tuning in. I would like to say thanks again and thanks for Eclipse for our sponsor for this episode. Until next time, stay curious and keep thinking globally. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.